Hi there, everybody. My name is Hamlet Lamos. I'm an instructor at Spot 127 Youth Media Center, and this is our new 2024 video guide on how to create your own MEID and log into the Adobe Creative Cloud. We're going to be moving pretty fast here, so feel free to pause and rewind the video if you miss anything. First and foremost, if you've already created an MEID, you should be good to go. You don't need to create a new one. Just be sure to send it to your instructor at Spot 127 and we'll get you sorted. However, if you still need to create an MEID, this is the process of how to go about doing that. First, navigate to admissions.maricopa.edu, scroll down and select New Students Join Now. Complete this first page of information and be sure to fill out things like your social security number because they might help you retrieve your account info later if there are issues in the near future. Allow Maricopa to communicate with you through text and calls, complete the CAPTCHA, and then select Create Username. Once you have your MEID username, physically write it down somewhere that you're going to remember it. This is very important because it's very common for people to forget their username even right after making it. So you want to have it somewhere that's going to be safe and easily accessible. Next, they're going to ask you to create a password. This isn't your final password, but it is the one you need to access your application in case you need to save and exit and finish it up later. So I would say write it down as well. It's very important. Now it's time to actually go through the application and fill out your information. Page 1 is just demographic info. Page 2 is educational background. Page 3 is where the information you're submitting is very important. First, you're going to be asked to select your primary college of interest. If you already have a community college you're planning on attending in the near future, go ahead and pick that one. But if you don't have any other options, Rio Salado Community College is the one you want to go with. After that, you must select Take a Class as your primary reason for attending, and you must select a non-credit plan. And in the section where it asks when you plan on starting, go ahead and pick the first semester which you plan to join Spot. Then you can click on Add to My Application and click Next. Complete the necessary disclosures on page 4, including creating a 4-digit FERPA PIN that you should also keep on the same piece of paper you wrote down your password. Then move on to page 5. Page 5 is the next super important page because this one's where you verify your ID. In order to successfully create the account and in order to utilize the Adobe Creative Cloud for all the time you're at Spot, you need to complete this step. Make sure to do this as soon as possible because even though you can save the application and finish it later, you only have 48 hours before Maricopa's system will wipe you and make you start all the way over again. This here is a list of documents that the website will accept as identification for you. An Arizona driver's license, an out-of-state driver's license, an Arizona state ID card, a United States passport, a permanent resident card, a military ID card, a foreign passport with a United States visa, a tribal ID, and you can submit a birth certificate, but if you do, you need to submit it alongside a K-12 student ID. Once you finish that part, you now have to create a new password. You can cross the old one off the list at this point and replace it with this one. This is also the password you'll use to access your Adobe account. After submitting the password, you should also write down your Maricopa student ID. This is also something that'll help you access your account in the future if there are issues, and the college support number. After all that's done, congratulations. You've completed your MEID application and you now have your Maricopa Enterprise ID. Here are your next steps to take. First, send your new MEID to your instructors at Spot 127. Within just a few business days, your username should be approved and you should be able to log into the Adobe Creative Cloud. In order to log in and to download the Creative Cloud if you don't have it downloaded on your computer already, navigate to account.adobe.com. There's kind of a trick you have to do when logging in. First, before you even type your MEID, just type the phrase @maricopa.edu. That phrase will redirect you to the Maricopa-specific login page. There is where you'll type in your full MEID at maricopa.edu and determine whether you can log in successfully or not. If you are able to successfully log in, be sure to double-check whether you have full access to download most of the apps available, such as Adobe Premiere, Audition, and Photoshop. You'll need all 3 of these for class. After that, navigate to creativecloud.adobe.com to download the cloud onto your computer and log in the same way as before. Then, download all the apps you need for class, as well as any more you might be interested in trying out on your own time. Finally, here's some tips about troubleshooting. If you are unable to log into your Adobe account after completing all the previous steps, it might be an issue with your Maricopa account. In the past, students have commonly had issues logging in if there were still holds on their account. What that means is it might be something financial or it might be something that you have to sign. Regardless of what the reason is, you can access your Maricopa account information by navigating to maricopa.edu/students and logging into your Student Center to view tasks or holds. Resolving these issues may resolve your issues with Adobe. For further assistance, contact the Admissions and Records Office of the relevant college. If you're unable to log back into your newly created Maricopa account at all, you can navigate to idme.maricopa.edu in order to reset your password and chat with a Maricopa support staffer. Finally, after all is said and done, don't forget to show up to Spot 127's Orientation Day. We take time at the beginning of each semester to assist students with MEID and Adobe issues, though our time is limited before class begins, so be sure to join. Alright everybody, that's everything for today. This has been Hamlet Lamos. Don't forget to reach out to me or any of your other instructors with any questions you might have about this whole process. Have a great day, and I'll see you all in class.